Right now we can see that it leaves us with some stitches longer than others. It leaves us with various sizes. This is the fault of the next one, and it's called a skipped stitch or bastas as they say. The reason is that at this moment the sewing machine scrub is out of sync. We need to adjust it. Next I'll show you how it is adjusted, and you will see that it is very easy, very simple, and you will save a few dollars on the mechanic. Well, in this video I'm going to show you, I'll explain how to adjust the sewing machine, how to adjust the timing. About the crab, if your sewing machine is skipping stitches right now, or simply you don't sew, you should watch this entire video so that you learn how to adjust your sewing machine. Let's remember that for sewing machines to sew. No problem. They consist of two tempos or one tempo, but they are two pieces connected to each other that are the correct height of the needle bar. It must be well synchronized in terms of height. It must reach a point. It should not go past there or be much higher because it would lose the needle bar timing and the other timing. It's the hook's timing. These two timings, they make the machine sew from the stitch. If either of the two is misadjusted, the machine will simply skip stitches. Otherwise, it won't sew, and if it's the crab, also in that video you will learn how to do that. Right now, we are going to insert the material and we are going to see what fault it is presenting us. If it happens to you, just as it is going to happen to me with the machine. Say that the machine is out of timing with the hook, as at this moment this machine is well adjusted for bar height. We insert the material and we insert the needle and we're going to press the pedal and we see how the machine is not sewing. We lift the needle up, remove the presser foot, remove the garment, cut and go. Let's see what is causing us to have longer stitches than others at this moment. We can see it leaves us with various sizes. This is the failure of the next one, and it is called stitch skips or bastas as they call them, and they originate because at this moment the crab of the sewing machine is out of sync. It is not well synchronized and we must adjust it next. I'll show you how to adjust it too, and you will see that it is very easy, very simple, and you will save a few dollars mechanically. Well, the next step to follow is that yes, we must adjust this machine to its maximum sisa. We must put it in sisa, in the largest, so that let the needle fall all the way to the right or to the left. That would be the first step to adjust it correctly. The next thing we're going to do is take out the bobbin holder with the bobbin. Let's go. I open the openers. Let's take out the crab retainer if this is it, and we are going to leave the bobbin in that part. It would be very well lineed so that it is much easier for us to make the adjustment. We place the thread of the bobbin. We adjust the crab again, and let's see the next step. Remember, we need to do this when it's at its maximum seam allowance. So this machine, this which is with vertical crab, the adjustment should be made with the needle in the right drop. Why? Because it is the farthest point from the tip of the crab. The needle, if we secure the furthest point, we will secure the nearest point that comes to the one on the left. And then we are going to note the following. We turn the steering wheel, and at that moment we can see that the tip is passing below the eye. That means that this is giving us the aforementioned problem, which is stitch jump. The machine doesn't sew. Why? Because the end must secure the bobbin thread. At this moment we see that the tip is passing lower down, more or less 1.5 to 2 millimeters. We must advance the crab so that it passes a little above the eye. If we keep turning the wheel, we see that always it will go below the eye. That's why we get skipped stitches, because it doesn't always catch the thread. For that, we must locate it underneath. Below are the gears responsible for the timings. In this case, this machine has the gears at the back. Remember that depending on the brand, the gears are at the back or in the front part, the bottom part here. Always in all the machines, always in these parts where you will find it. These two gears, but the same times, the same adjustments on all of the crab vertex, just like this one. We will always find two gears, even if one is plastic and one is metal, or both are plastic. And we will note the following. We must always loosen the gear holding the crab shaft. in this case, we see that all this is the crab. Loosen these two screws that hold the axis. This part will stop moving. If it keeps moving, we are simply going to apply force to the front part of the crab to move it. Since loosening the two screws will leave the shaft without pressure, and this piece that meshes with it will not move, and you can turn freely. What we must do is the following. We add the two screws, and by pressing we can advance the crab a little bit, 2 millimeters, and make it pass a little above the eye. The next step is a number 2 Allen key, 2.2 millimeters, and we are going to loosen the two screws that hold the hook crab grain. Sometimes you have to do this depending on where it is located, but it is the same. Now we loosen the screw, turn the wheel and place the other screw, and we loosen it. Then once loosened, we go to the front. Once at the front, we move the wheel again. Let's make sure it's with the slope of the wall. On the right side, as we already know, we see that the tip keeps passing lower. We go back. Let's get the crab out and put some pressure on the rocker forward. In this way, it moves a bit for us. It moved a little bit on us, so without moving the hand wheel or the machine. We put the hook back in place and we check, move the steering wheel without holding anything else. And we see that the tip is already passing over the entire eye, but we still need a bit more. We remove the bobbin, which is much easier without the bobbin inside. So we can apply pressure to this part, and again, we are going to advance it a little bit more. We put the crab and check. We move the steering wheel and see that the tip is already passing, which in this case, the machine should sew perfectly once we have it at this point. Now tighten the gear screws again. We turn the machine around. We locate the screws and tighten them again. Once everything is tightened, we reassemble everything and proceed with the technique again. Well, before that, let's put this on, because many people still don't know how to place these pieces and they get lost later. They'll complain that I didn't show them. Alright then, so crab retainer pans. And now yes, insert the bobbin case with the bobbin inside and it will click. And now this is for real. Mouth thread and so. Once threaded, remember, we insert the needle, take a stitch. Let's practice first. We put it in a straight stitch and practice the straight. Then we can put it on top, like this. And we test it. Now we step on the pedal. And we see that we can see there are no missed stitches. Thanks for watching the video. So we see the difference up there. The one we just made after adjusting the bobbin case, there is no problem, just like before. Now skip the stitches. Now we turn the fabric into insert the needle. We raise the needle. Remember to select the different types of stitches should always be done with the needle up. We set it to its maximum width, and then we step on the pedal. We use the thread cutter, remove the fabric and check it. And here we can see that at no point does it skip a stitch, and it makes the perfect sisa. And from underneath that means the machine is perfectly synchronized.